Tonight at 6, car barrels into a home. The severe damage on the first floor of a house in Prince George's County. What investigators are still working to find out. Crime crackdown conundrum. While the White House touts 1,000 arrests, legal experts say prosecutors are facing problems advancing many cases. We'll explain. Healthcare crisis. United Insurance customers now scrambling for different doctors thanks to a battle with Johns Hopkins. The toll that it's taking on local families. They're seeking answers.
And it's day 2 of the holiday weekend and day 2 of beautiful weather. Can we complete the trifecta and make Labor Day just as nice as today?
Saving cash for car owners and car buyers. We've got 5 timely tips to stretch your dollar and avoid sizable repair costs.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Sunday evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 6 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. We begin tonight in the district. Police are investigating just how somebody was hit by a metro train along the Red Line this morning. MPD says the Red Line was delayed between Van Ness and the Friendship Heights stations. Somebody was reportedly hit at the Van Ness station. Several police cars responded there. Trains were later closed between DuPont Circle and Friendship Heights. It is still unclear how the person was hit and how badly they were hurt. Staying in the district, a tragic story. Just yesterday, a young child died after falling out of an apartment window in Northwest. Officers say they found a young boy unconscious outside an apartment building on 4th and Massachusetts Avenue around 2 p.m. That's where he died. Police say the exact age of the child is unconfirmed and a death investigation is underway. What's happening right now in Prince George's County, family and community members of a missing 19-year-old woman are gathering to not only pray for her safe return, but seeking answers about her case. Family and friends of Dakara Thompson are gathered at the corner of University Boulevard and Riggs Road. That's not far from where Thompson's family found her car. She went missing August the 22nd. We're told the family's recovered several items, including her purse and house keys. Another search for Thompson will happen after an event that's happening right now. Our Dave LaValle will have the full story during our newscast at 9 and 10 o'clock. 6:02, meteorologist Scott Sumner standing by. If you can believe it, September is right around the corner, Scott. We made it.
Yeah, we got through August, which is typically a hot and humid month, not ending up that way, that's for sure. 76 degrees under mostly cloudy skies being seen or reported, but although there's quite a bit of beautiful sunshine to be seen out there. And as far as temperatures, like I said, we're in the upper 70s here. Will fall off in the next hour or so into the middle 70s and then into the 60s, and eventually closer to the morning hours here, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, we'll be looking at upper 50s here for morning lows on your Labor Day. Now, here we go. Satellite radar perspective shows, yes, some cloud coverage out there this evening, but high pressure is going to win out and push some of that cloud coverage away and also dwindle some of that cloud coverage too. So as we go into the overnight hours, we'll see more of a clearer sky taking shape here across the DMV. So here's your plan. The evening forecast from 7 to 8 to 9 o'clock. Call it partly cloudy. I call it partly cloudy. It's mostly clear to me. As you'll see, they're about the same in my eyes here. As far as temperatures, mid-70s dropping down to the upper 60s here mid-evening. And what about the weather headlines? What can we expect here? Another night filled with stars. Labor Day is looking good. Warming up through the week, and rain and storms, they'll return late week as well. Stick around for my 7-day forecast. Ben?
We'll be here for it, Scott. Thank you. Turning our focus to Montgomery County, we've got an update tonight after 2 people were stabbed early this morning. 2 men are recovering in the hospital after more than a dozen people were detained in Germantown. Officers say they initially responded to reports of a shooting in the area of Amaranth Drive near Middlebrook Road just after 2:30 a.m. Police say that several teenage boys were brandishing BB guns and shooting at a group of people. At some point, a fight broke out. During that, a man was stabbed in the back. Another man was slashed on his arm. They're expected to be all right. Police say when they showed up, a large group ran away. Some drove off. However, police were able to catch up to a large group and detained around 15 people. But we're told no arrests were made. One person is in the hospital tonight after this wild scene in Prince George's County. A car crashed inside of a home. Firefighters say they responded at Oxon Hill around 10 a.m. to reports of a 2-story building collapse. This is on Panorama Drive. Car could be seen crashed through the front of the home. You can't even see a front door there. The driver was taken to the hospital. The cause of that crash is still under investigation. Well, as the crime crackdown in the district continues, legal experts say judges, defense attorneys, and even members of grand juries are poking holes into many cases. Earlier this week, a grand jury decided not to indict a man who threw a sandwich at a federal agent. That video went viral. Federal prosecutors dropped another case this week after complaints that police illegally searched a man's satchel and found a gun. A U.S. district judge in that case calling it, quote, without a doubt, the most illegal search he's ever seen in his life. During a hearing Wednesday, the same judge said, quote, I've seen things over the past 72 hours that I've never seen in federal court, adding, quote, it feels like some sort of bizarre nightmare. The White House claims more than 1,200 people have been arrested and 135 guns have been seized, all since August the 7th. But just more than 30 people arrested this month have been charged in district court. The Associated Press found half of them are charged with assaulting officers, federal agents, or members of the National Guard. That includes at least 3 people arrested for allegedly spitting on them. The rest are charged with illegally possessing guns, drugs, or both. One of your top stories, there is an insurance standoff between Johns Hopkins and United Healthcare. It's got many families in the DMV scrambling, and they're all trying to find new doctors. The Hopkins United agreement expired Monday, meaning roughly 60,000 patients are no longer in network at Johns Hopkins hospitals. And among those impacted, a young child needing life-saving treatment. Our Daniel Hamburg has more on a very personal financial struggle.
Patients are worried that they won't get the care they need because their doctors are now out of network. Sibley here and Suburban in Bethesda are the 2 major Hopkins hospitals in our area, in addition to a lot of other doctors. I talked with one Arlington couple who says they travel to Baltimore several times a year with their son to get life-saving treatment. Families in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia with United Healthcare can no longer use Johns Hopkins doctors and hospitals at in-network rates.
It's heartbreaking, and I hate seeing my kid being used as leverage.
Bridget and Ben Peden have been going to Hopkins in Baltimore for years to get care for their 10-year-old son, Jack, who has cystic fibrosis.
We're at where we want to be, and now we're just cut off from our care team. So it's terrifying as a mother, as a parent, to not have access to our medical team that we love and trust.
Johns Hopkins Medicine says it's negotiated in good faith with United Healthcare for more than 8 months, trying to change excessive prior authorization requirements and frequent treatment denials. In response, United Healthcare says Hopkins is to blame and its demands would harm employers and members, adding that Hopkins has spread inaccurate information regarding how claims are processed. The Pedens feel caught in the middle with their son.
He's not a bargaining chip. He's not leverage. He's a 10-year-old born with a really hard disease.
United says people in active or ongoing treatment for a serious or complex condition are eligible for continuity of care at in-network rates.
I guess we have some temporary kind of maybe solution in place for 90 days, but then beyond that, we don't know. So I don't know if UHC and Hopkins can come to an agreement and get it back into network or not.
United said it proposed extending the contract so it could continue discussions with Hopkins, but Hopkins refused. Meanwhile, Johns Hopkins says it is actively working with United to resume in-network status as soon as possible. In Northwest, Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Just hope for a resolution as soon as possible. Daniel, thank you. Turning to a consumer alert, Taylor Fresh Foods is recalling one of their salads over undeclared allergens. That's what they're calling it. It's their 6-ounce bag of honey balsamic salad kit with a best of use by date of September the 4th. Check your fridge. The FDA says they were sold in 25 states, including Virginia. It contains sesame and soy dressing instead of the honey balsamic one. Customers can return the packets for a full refund. As of now, no illnesses have been reported. All right, reality, but it's a local news story. Real Housewives of Potomac star Karen Huger will be released from prison early. Huger was sentenced to 2 years in jail with 1 year suspended for a drunk driving crash in March of 2024. She's going to be released Tuesday. Before her sentencing, Huger says that she was entering rehab. In case you missed it this week, some turmoil and a pop culture clash. Cracker Barrel has reversed course. The popular restaurant chain says that it will now no longer change their logo. Cracker Barrel became quite a topic of conversation last week when they announced their iconic logo would be changed, as well as updating many of their restaurants to give them a more, quote, modern look. The Old Country Store shares dropped more than 10% just after it introduced the new logo. There it is, right there on the left. President Trump was among those who were criticizing the move. Company gave in on Tuesday, scrapping their plans. We spoke with customers at the Sterling, Virginia location. They say their change of heart was the best change they could make.
Tradition, and we want to keep tradition.
Why change? And it's iconic, it's there, and it was changed for the wrong reason.
I'm actually sort of accustomed to the old logo.
Since announcing their walk back, Cracker Barrel shares shot back up 8%. Quick math seems still like a 2% loss. Millions of Americans are racking up miles for Labor Day weekend. Happy holiday, everybody. Right now, millions of folks are traveling. TSA predicts 17 million people will take to the skies. AAA is forecasting a busy weekend on the road, continuing into tomorrow. Forecasters say the best time to hit the road is early. For tomorrow, AAA says the worst time to travel is between 1 and 4 p.m. Plus, your wallet is going to thank you this weekend because you're paying less at the gas pump. Your price per gallon is down nationwide, including D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. That's where you'll find the cheapest gas, around the $3 mark.
And close to like $3 for regular, sometimes $2.90 maybe.
Really?
Yeah, and in certain spots you get lucky like $2.80, $2.75.
If you're still looking to make a last-minute getaway, AAA says rental cars, hotels, and flights are all cheaper this year compared to last year. Meantime, police and travel officials are urging everybody stay safe. And in Maryland, state police say they're increasing patrols on the roads. What are they looking for? Impaired drivers. Virginia State Police say they're also adding more troopers on the pavement. A new report from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration from this month found more than a third of deadly crashes over Labor Day weekend involved drunk driving. In 2023, there were reportedly 511 deaths nationwide. 36% of those crashes involving impaired drivers. Since 2019, 39% of deadly crashes over the Labor Day weekend apparently involved impaired drivers. Buckle up, get a designated driver, right? Still to come, the hidden cost of owning a car. We're stretching your dollar with what you can do to keep it out of the repair shop. Nobody wants that. Time is 6:12. A live look over Northeast D.C. Scott Sumner's coming back after the break with your full forecast. He's answering the question, will we have a trifecta of beautiful weather?